Hello, folks. It's Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
Half of them.
So, tonight we're talking about our little princess, Allee Jade,
Aw, little princess.
and the things of a pre-teenage girl
Oh, good Lord.
or a tween-aged girl.
Tween-aged, but only for a couple more months.
Yep. So, here we are, folks. Sit down, buckle up, and enjoy the ride. Because last week, Jacob caught a cramp, and we laughed a little bit. We kind of had him on the edge of being scared to death, and we think that Allie might just freak out and pee herself.
I would hope not. That'd be really embarrassing.
So we're gonna ask her some questions. We're gonna put her through the ringer while we've got her hemmed in here, and she's got mom and dad as bookends and can go nowhere. All right, see that look on her face? She's like, "Dad, what are you doing to me?" All right, so let's get started. Tiffany, what do you have for us?
I don't really know yet. I'm not prepared.
You can always
Ever.
think about this.
Ever. I'm a last minute kind of person. Okay, so Allie. I don't know.
What was that?
Tiffany doesn't do very well on the fly at all. But so, Allie, what's it like? Because we can't have just dead space here. People are watching. People want to get to it. What's it like being our only daughter?
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
I get a little spoiled.
Little spoiled. Yeah. You are daddy's only little girl.
I'd like to keep it that way.
We are going to keep it that way. We don't need a whole hand. We got 4, and we're good and strong with 4. We don't need another.
Girls are annoying. I don't think I want a sister.
Girls are annoying. And so, obviously, being the only girl, you have to deal with sweaty, stinky, nasty, dirty little boys. Right? And they're everywhere in this house, from dad down to the last child. So, do you think that we are preparing you well for what's out in the world and what you may come into contact with?
Yes.
Like, what type of person that you see yourself with later down the road? Later, much later. Like, we're preparing you for all the craziness, the farts, the burps. Right?
Don't even go there because Allie will be just in there with you. Right, Allie? With the farts and the burps,
So,
the sweat and the dirt.
she's a lady. You can't embarrass her like that.
Oh, come on. Everybody who knows Allie.
Okay, what's her nickname?
No.
What is your nickname?
What is
Come on, Stinky.
No.
Tell us.
So she has a nickname, and her nickname is Stinky. Why? Because of these right here.
Partly because of that, but then the other part was, remember when she was tiny, she could fart on demand.
Yeah, she could. There's a rare and could be a Vegas talent.
I thought it was cool.
Can you still do it? You want to try it?
No.
So you like being the only girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have friends that are like sisters, and we're not gonna tell their names and stuff like that on here because we're not gonna embarrass them, and we're not gonna just necessarily call them out.
Right.
But you're really, really close friends, maybe like the rest of us, because when grown-ups ask younger adults and children questions,
mm-hmm.
we're looking for the answers. We want to know. Okay, so your really close friends, can you only handle them in small doses and need some alone time, or do you want to be with your close friends all the time?
I don't know. It kind of just depends on
The friend?
the friend. Yeah, it really does depend on the friend. Like, there's a couple friends that I could hang out with all day, every day, and be perfectly fine with it. May get annoyed a few times, but then there's the other friends that are just like, no, I want to go home.
Okay, it's fair enough. So, being our child, we asked Jacob this question since we're pastors of church, and our ministry doesn't just reside in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Our ministry is outside the walls and continues everywhere we go. So, how does it make you feel being a preacher's kid?
Like Jacob said last time, I remember that he said people hold you to a higher standard.
And they should. I believe that. They should. And I have the same opinion with lawyers and cops, anybody that's in a position of authority
Mm-hmm.
and has been given more information and been put into a position. I feel like they should be held to a higher standard.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get super political. We're not going to throw that on you. But if you've got training and information of a higher level, you should be held to a higher level, right? It's only fair.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that don't know should know. And there's different areas of our lives where we understand that you can't say, well, I'm ignorant of the situation. I don't know, so I should be able to get away with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because some things you have to know. And some things we have to teach. As parents, we got to make sure that we're guarding our little girls. We're guarding their minds, their hearts, their lives. We've got to know who they're coming in contact with, who they're hanging out with. So I approve of 99% of your friends.
Wow, that's a high rating.
Okay?
Yeah.
And she has like 5.
That was rude.
Yeah, but for a girl, that's a good thing. Though.
Yeah,
like
right.
my thing, if you're a female and you have one very close best friend, then you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so I'm gonna ask this question, and we already know the answer, but these people out here probably already know the answer too. Which is your favorite parent?
Oh, I don't have a favorite.
Lie.
Girl,
You just lied in front of
telling
everybody.
a lie. You can't. It's recording.
I don't have a favorite person. I promise.
You don't have a favorite parent.
No. You're too much like me, so you do get on my nerves a lot.
Yeah.
And then, Dad's just Dad.
Okay, what's that
so
mean?
hold on.
Dad's just Dad?
Maybe I do have a favorite. I feel like Dad's probably my
Okay.
favorite.
Yep. Now the truth comes out.
I had to think about it there for a minute. But yeah, Dad's my favorite.
It's okay. I got tough skin and don't hurt my feelings.
I
That's
love you, but
But. It's always a but.
It's the same. It's okay.
So, Allie is my only girl. My pride and joy, baby girl. My favorite baby girl. Right? And there are times where I'm wrapped around your little finger. And there are times when I'm like, good gosh, this single stinking little snot-nosed little girl like has a way to just dig and dig at my heart and really put me in a tough situation. So in front of God and everybody, I just want you to know that in everything that I do, in all the discipline, all the yelling, all the fussing, all the times you've been grounded, it's always in your best interest because I want the very best for everything that you are. I want you to have the very best of every opportunity. I want you to have every chance to excel in life, to be able to do your very best and not be clouded by a bunch of junk, a bunch of people that are going to puff you up and tear you down. That I want you to know, I want you to understand that everything I do is to give you the best opportunity in the best situation.
Right.
So, what other questions do we have from Tiff?
Well, another question is, and you can look right now, but you're not allowed to date. Obviously, you're only 12. So you got like 10 more years.
There's some people out there saying, what? You guys are crazy. You don't want to let her date? So why would we set her up for failure? Why would we let her practice being divorced? And practice breakups?
Right. So, question is, do you have your eye on any little boy out there?
no.
Are you sure?
You lying like you lied about who's your favorite parent?
No.
No. Okay, so what are your hobbies in your spare time, your whole life? What do you like to do?
Right.
What do you like to do for fun?
Ride my dirt bike.
You gotta
Speak
speak
up
up
a little bit
We can't
louder.
hear you.
Ride my dirt bike.
Ride your
Okay.
dirt bike. Okay.
What else?
What else?
There's some other things you do that you're very talented at.
Paint.
Paint.
Oh yeah, you should
Yes.
you should grab the painting. Where is
I
it?
should grab
Maybe
the
I should.
painting.
Where is it?
I'll grab it.
It's
You
right
guys
up,
keep
it's
talking.
right upstairs.
Darn it.
Talk amongst yourselves. I give you a topic.
Okay.
How does he
Okay.
know where it is?
Because he wants to put it up there. Okay, so yeah, Allie is very creative. Unlike me, she has her tomboy side, but she also has her super girly
Should I
side.
leave it in this little box?
Is it in the?
It's this
No.
section.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
bring that. Both of them. The
Aw.
other one, the big one.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that's how my nails got done. She's always wanting to paint my nails and do my makeup because I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. So, anyway, so yeah, she
So-
likes to.
Here we go. I got to try to keep this from dropping out. So she painted this on a seashell.
She's still
Pretty
got to
cool.
feel the.
She's
other
still
part.
working on the box. So we're showing a little bit of incomplete work here, but nonetheless. So
Other than
it's
the smudge,
okay.
and it's
It's
okay.
okay. But here we go. Not too bad for a 12-year-old girl that just paints what's on her mind.
Yeah, she's never had any lessons or anything.
Just painting what's on her mind, what she feels, whatever she's thinking of at the moment. And this is not a 3 or 4 hour thing. This is just something that she just does.
She just sat out in the garage.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Big time.
She can get that from me for sure.
Well, you can draw.
I
When you
can't
sit
draw.
down and you try, you can draw. You and Jacob actually have a pretty good artistic side as well.
And I just don't come out.
Me?
in the open.
If I'm going to draw something, it takes forever. I have to sit and, of course, it's my clary brain
Yep.
that's analyzing and going over every little detail. So in my mind, it can't ever be good enough. I constantly work and nearly erase holes in the page trying to get it right.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm doing schoolwork when I have a pencil in my hand or something. I just don't like drawing.
So you don't like school?
No.
No.
Really? No, she must get that from you.
I don't think so.
Okay. So, but also, Allie, I forgot. It just totally left my brain what I was fixing to say to you.
I get that from you.
But we bragged on Jacob, so we must brag on the little princess here. So Bobby and I obviously were out of town. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, on business, we were doing some business stuff, and Allie here stepped up because Jacob had to work. He's got a job, and took care of her little brothers. Not alone. Adults were around, but she helped Judah with some of his schoolwork, and she kept the house.
New stuff, by the way, because we
New
switched.
stuff. We
Our homeschooling switched up. So we went from doing Rebecca Academy to Gateway, and so everything's different.
Yeah, and they started the day we left, so she helped with that. She gave it her best shot at keeping the house clean, so I did kind of get on her about it, but nothing.
She's 12.
She's 12, so it kind of did look like a 12-year-old's bedroom when we got home, but that's okay.
Nearly.
Because she tried. She did. You did good. Thank you, Allie, for taking care of your brothers and look. The house is standing.
Yep, it's still standing.
They're all in one piece. Your brothers are together.
Now we did have one that fell off a ladder while we were
That
going.
wasn't my fault. I told her not to go off the ladder.
We did have one that fell off a ladder, and I get a phone call. I was like, Judah fell from what? The ladder. What was he doing, and how did he fall? What did he land on? Is he okay? Is he crying? Are bones broken? Is his head still attached?
Right.
The thing
You
is,
can't do this to me. You can't put me into cardiac arrest 1,800 miles away.
Right.
I said he's okay before I said anything.
Yeah, but
But no, the funny thing is he went up the stairs with fake handcuffs on, and then came back down the stairs without them and fell on the way down. How did he not fall on the way up with the handcuffs on?
He's over there mouthing.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
That kids, what would we do without them? We would definitely be losing out on some comedy. We'd definitely lose out on some very high, stressful situations in our life. But we would look back and say, man, we miss that. There's other people in the world that have chosen to wait forever
Right.
to have kids, and then they have to go through these experiences and be like me, having having a 3-year-old at 41
It's okay.
and thinking, gosh, when he graduates, everybody's going to be like, hey, your grandpa's cheering for you up there.
It's okay. Grandma will be right there with you, honey. Okay, so Allie, this is a long shot because you are young. But when you grow up, as of right now, today, what do you want to do?
If you're going to ask me what I don't know.
Okay, because she did used to say this, y'all, that she was just going to marry a handsome, hardworking, rich man.
It turned out for you.
Not a bad
It
idea.
worked out for me.
Yeah. I am not rich, honey. Like
You are so rich. Babe.
No,
we
you may not be
obviously-
rich, but you were smart.
we obviously have to teach her about the value of money and where it comes from.
Right.
So everything that we do in our marriage, we want you and Jacob and Judah and Josh, we want you guys to see how great our relationship is and how we work at it. That it's not just a set it and forget it kind of attitude. There's a lot of people that are struggling in their marriage, struggling in their relationships. So from your perspective, your point of view, what is one thing that you see that is a great quality of your parents that you hope to have one day?
Your communication.
Okay.
Wow, that's a big one.
Communication.
That's
That was
good right
quick.
there.
Quick
That was
response.
so fast.
Yeah.
Okay, so
why? So what do we do in our home as far as communication?
Well, when there's a problem in the house, you
Speak
sit.
up a little bit.
When there's a problem in the house, you'll sit down and talk about it, and then you fix it instead of just jumping to conclusions. And mom has this idea and doesn't talk to you about it, and then she tries to do it, and that's not going to work out. You'll actually sit down and talk.
thanks, Allie.
We've tried that before. Mom has an idea, we don't discuss it, we just go with it. May not work out.
What are you talking about? Rearranging the house?
You rearrange the house, and Dad comes home and goes, "Oh Lord." Where's
So
the
how
house?"
often does your mom rearrange the house?
We're not
A
talking
lot.
about me. We're
Yeah.
talking about Allie.
We're talking about you.
No, because I've got somebody that sees it. This is third party. She has not been prompted. She has not been coached. So your mom rearranges the house often.
You come in the house and you're like, "Why is the dresser in the middle?" Mom. Then she
Yeah.
comes up the closet. "I'm rearranging. I'm walking out before you tell me you need my help."
They do. When they come in and they see me rearranging, everybody vamps. I don't see a kid for hours.
Maybe she does it. Oh, you do it on purpose.
No.
None of us.
Okay, this is why I rearrange.
So think about if any of us went blind and
Oh, you'd be out of luck, buddy.
we go in and just bang into everything all the time.
Oh,
Because if we had vision problems and then she would rearrange things and we just have to feel our way around and about the time we get used to it, she'd change it up again.
But I do it because, like, under your dressers, under the couch, under stuff gets funky. And so it has to be
you can move it out.
No, honey.
Wipe under it.
No.
clean it,
If
move it back.
I'm going to go through all the effort to move these heavy couches, then I'm going to move them to a new place in the house.
That's just dumb.
All right, so what else we got for Allie? So,
Oh, we got to ask her
Communication.
one question.
Oh,
This
I don't
question-
Like this one.
How do you know what it is?
I don't. But just the way.
This question is, and like we told Jacob, Dad and I can't get angry, so we're not going to secretly.
What's one thing y'all can do better?
Yeah, you heard us ask Jacob.
Yes.
What's one thing as parents that you would? Now, I'm not going to promise you we're actually going to change it,
Obviously.
but that you
she learns quick.
think we should maybe work on or take a different approach to.
I don't know.
Well, you heard the question from Jacob last week.
Yeah, and I thought about it all week.
and you still didn't have an
I
answer.
don't have an answer.
So you like the way we parent?
Yeah.
I saw there was a slight hesitation, and
Well, there's
The-
nothing like. There's nothing that you. I don't have anything that I want y'all to change.
Okay.
you truly love me.
I do.
Did you bribe her with something?
No.
Well,
No,
then you
I
got
did
my
not.
candy in my pocket.
So, Allie's a great kid. Obviously there's the the pre-teenage stuff that we have to deal with. The like things are changing. Like her preferences and things are changing. You know, the way she wants to get up every day. She used to never brush her hair. Ever.
She actually brushed her hair kind of.
And I was wondering, I was actually wondering for a little while if she was gonna end up with dreadlocks. Just dreadlocks and be forever dreadlocks until she had to shave her head or something. Because she would never brush her hair. Well, now she realizes she's getting older, and I know that she's checking out boys.
I know she is.
Because now she'll wear makeup, she'll fix her hair, and she's kind of worried about what clothes she wears instead of just throwing a hat on, being dirty.
Cool
Wearing Jacob's old clothes.
No,
Yes,
cool dudes. Yeah, so they used to play this little game, this little dress-up game. It wasn't really dress up for Jacob, but it was for her, and they were cool dudes.
It was before the other brothers came along.
Yeah, so it was just them two, and they would just dress up, t-shirts, shorts, sunglasses, and their hat on backwards, and they were cool dudes, right?
We went outside and had mud ball fights. We had specific clothes for the mud ball fights.
Oh, really? Was that a thing of the past? What did you just do? Like, what was it, last weekend?
I didn't say that was a thing of the past. I said we had specific clothes.
They don't have specific
No, they
clothes.
no longer have specific clothes.
It could be dress clothes, and they're gonna have a mud ball fight,
Yeah.
or
That's fun.
they're gonna go swimming in the pond or the little pond. So the little pond here on the property is the catch basin. It's what catches all the silt to keep it from going into the main pond,
Very muddy.
and it's very muddy, very soupy every time it rains. So that is where they have their mud bogs, their mud pit, their mud wrestling events.
Whatever.
That
It
was
actually
fun.
is fun.
We did wrestle.
I agree.
It was really
We've
fun.
done the same thing. My brother and I, and Molly was so much younger. She was hardly ever there, but
Y'all just tied her to a golf cart and left her.
we did. That's a story for a different
You
podcast.
did that?
We did. So
Can I do that to Judah?
no, you can't. You can't. But see, Momo. Okay, so my sister is 9 years younger than me, and so when I would go to my friend's house right down the road, we'd ride their golf cart all the time. And of course, my mom made Molly tag along, which was quite an inconvenience for me. And I was probably around your age. No, I was a little older. What?
Maybe you should stop letting him tag along with me.
No.
Should
You got to
have
experience it. Everybody has to experience it. So, anyways, we would take Molly and the neighbor kid that always tagged along. That was Molly's age. It was a boy. I'm not gonna say any names, but and we would tie him to the back of the golf cart and drive around crazy and listen to them scream. And then we might go in the
That's
house
fun.
and get a drink and eat a snack and leave them tied to the golf cart.
That
We may
sounds amazing.
or may not have done
Thanks
that.
for the idea. Now, you want to go take a ride?
So now we're gonna have Allie scheming
Yeah.
on
No,
how
don't
to
do
keep
that.
her
It
brother
wasn't.
from
It
wanting to
wasn't
tag
nice.
along with her, right? So, Allie, we thank you. Thank you so much for being here, being honest, and letting us mess with you a little bit. So, is there any advice you can give to younger folks out there that might be thinking about doing some things that are not necessarily illegal, but maybe making some bad decisions? Like if you could be an influencer for just a couple minutes and really say something to somebody,
What would you tell them?
Don't do it. Parents know every move that you make. I don't know how they do it, but they do. It's almost like you got a camera chip somewhere. You know my every move, where I am, without me even having to tell you. It's just don't do it.
it's
Good
Gotta
advice.
work.
very good advice. So, like, obviously, she's been there, done that. She's been through a few things, and so we have it on video. We have it. We'll archive it, and if we ever have to go back to this moment, parents know everything. Did you catch that?
Yep.
I made sure I was listening and paying attention. My ADD did not kick in. Parents know everything. So here in about 2 years, when you think you know everything,
Yep.
We'll pull it
Remember
back
that? Yep.
Maybe
there's the
I
flip,
should have
right?
reworded
Any
that.
of you adults out there,
Right now.
any of you adults out there listening, you know that there comes a time right around the 12 to 15-year-old marks that we're stupid. And the kid knows everything.
Past 15. It's got to be like.
That's when they start getting it.
I remember the time when I remember specifically what I was wearing. I was in a princess dress, and Jacob had gotten in trouble. I don't remember what it was for, but I looked at you both and said, I would never end up like that.
Ate those words too, didn't you?
I did.
All right, folks. So that's our show for the evening. We wanted to bring Allee on, just give you a taste of who she is and the type of person that she's going to turn out to be. She may be the next big paint artist. She's got some good creativity, and she's honing it herself. She's working on it herself. So maybe you'll see some big things from her soon.
Yep.
Maybe we'll just start posting them behind us.
Oh, actually, though, that's a great idea.
Expecting things.
No
So,
pressure.
no
We'll take
pressure.
some of your old
so, folks, we thank y'all for listening to us rant and ramble and interview our kids. But we're not doing this because we've achieved anything, but we want you to see that communication and greatness is possible in your relationships and in your home. So everything that we have, every bit of experience that we have, we've gained it and we pass it along. It's free and clear. We hope you can use it. We hope that it benefits your life, and we hope that we see you next time. So keep watching. Tell your friends who we are, where we are, what time, and keep those ideas coming for us. Send us an email. So here we are. What is it? So here we are one.
Yeah.
At Outlook.com.
Yes.
I have not looked at the email in a couple of days, so my brain was gone.
It's jet lag.
Yeah. Yeah, my brain's still 2 hours behind.
Yes.
So thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoy your evening. Thanks for spending time with us. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love, the hearts. Thank you for everything. If it was not for you, we wouldn't continue to push and drive. So we hope we're a benefit to you, and we hope we see you next time. Have a great night. God bless.